Welcome back to Dubai and round one of the XCAT World Series. 21 boats about to head out onto the field. You're on board with the 33 Fazza boat, which failed to get out for qualifying, so we'll start from the back. But their teammates were quickest in qualifying. Fazza start from pole, Extreme Marine second, Westerland Racing third, Abu Dhabi Racing Team and Qatar Team next up, with Nicolini Offshore rounding out the top six. So Mohammed Hareb holding the flag on the committee boat, nearest to the camera. When he releases it down, these boats will roar into action, the largest fleet of boats in any international powerboat racing championship. The race gets underway and this fleet of twin 280 brake horsepower V6 engines roars into life. On board with Fazza 33, starting right at the back here. La Vida Loca just ahead of them. They didn't have a particularly good qualifying either, the defending champions. And there is the 47 boat of Jefferson, but over here, Fazza have already got the lead of the race. A very good start from pole. Three boats battling for third position. On board with Extreme Marine, you've got the green boat of Abu Dhabi Racing to the right. To the left is the 96 boat of Lux Media Offshore. There, to the far left of the picture, you can see Fazza in the black number 3 boat. Have had a tremendous start, and nearest the camera, Fazza 33 also away well and challenging to get in the top 6. On board with Fazza then, heading into the first mark. Driving the boat, Nadir bin Hendi, Arif Al Zafin on the throttles. Into the second mark they go. Look at Fazza 33 nearest the camera, threatening to get into the top 6 here. They're going to take a wide mark. Lux Media Offshore going out wide as well. On board with Fazza 33, they're the two of them going out wide. Less traffic, less weight for them to deal with, but of course it's the longer route around. Just outside the top 6, the grey boat of number 14, Kingfisher from Britain, and Qatar Team, number 94. And that's the leaders, grounding to a halt at the second mark, the first lap of the race. Fazza slowing down, and that is incredibly frustrating for the team, which won the final round of last year, is hoping to challenge for the title. They've got off to the worst of starts, and this then becomes the battle for the lead of the race. Number 19, the American boat, Pro Marine, Grant Bruggeman and Gary Ballou have just got themselves ahead of the green boat of Abu Dhabi Racing Team. So they slot into second place here, and Gary Ballou and Pro Marine have come from 8th position on the grid. On board now with Fazza 33, and that's about to come charging past Abu Dhabi Racing, the green boat. So from the very back, they are now threatening to get up into the top 3. There they are, just ahead of number 96, Lux Media Offshore. So Lux Media have also come charging past Abu Dhabi Racing, who got a bad exit from the last mark, and they've lost 3 places as a result of that. On board now with boat 11, Extreme Marine, Rashid Al-Mari and Salem Fadel Al-Hamli from the UAE, and they've made a very good start to this race. Having qualified second, they've one of the front-running boats that have managed to more or less hold their position. They've tucked into 4th place now. Just ahead, you can see the white boat there of Lux Media Offshore. They were challenging, but around the mark they go. 3rd and 4th, in fact the top 4 all pretty much tied together after what's been a pretty dramatic start to the race, with the pole boat going out. And now Fazza 33, that doesn't look to be going particularly quickly. That one's come to a halt as well. Both Fazza boats slowing down and going out of the race with barely a lap complete. So Pro Marine lead, second, that's the number 11 boat of Extreme Marine. Third then, the newcomers, Lux Media Offshore, Mike Seabold from America, Michel Cosenti from France. And 4th, Abu Dhabi Racing Team, who finished 8th in last year's championship. And Kingfisher have made good progress. Gavin Parsonage and Ian Blacker up into the top 6 now. And they narrowly avoided contact with Fazza when the number 3 boat came to a halt. So they've done a good job to stay up there. Also making a decent start to the race, Qatar Team, last year's championship runners-up. Down to 7th, having started 3rd, the Westerland Racing Team from Sweden, the other front runners, which started well in qualifying but have dropped back, Nicolini Offshore. Here's a replay of the start then from the virtual eye graphic over on the far side. Number 3, Fazza making a great start from pole position, and it was 4 abreast to see who would come out second. Number 11, Extreme Marine, number 4, Abu Dhabi Racing, and number 19, Pro Marine were all in there. Then suddenly stopping was the Fazza boat. A broken engine, the problem, and the problem for the other Fazza boat, number 33, a broken gearbox. Pro Marine lead, that's the second place boat of Extreme Marine. On board now with Pro Marine, the race leaders, Gary Ballou to the left on the throttles. On board now with Extreme Marine and picking up the weight, but they're getting closer and closer, so there could be a challenge here for the lead of the race for Extreme Marine. Look at the wash coming over the windscreen here. They're about to pull out though and have a challenge, and indeed they are, drawing alongside. The boat's hopping and skipping over the waves. Quite turbulent out there today, but Extreme Marine have carried the speed and got the lead. Here's a replay of that from Virtual Eye. They were 70 metres behind going into that mark, then running wide were Pro Marine, an extra 12 kilometres an hour through the apex of the turn for Extreme Marine. That helped them to extend the advantage out to about 150 metres coming onto the straight. So there are the new leaders, Extreme Marine, and they are suddenly pulling well clear, but the red flags have come out. So the race about to be stopped here at round one, and the reason is a capsized boat, and it's number 14, Kingfisher, the British team, which was running in 5th place. Happily, it looks like both Gavin Parsonage and Ian Blacker are out. The rescue team very, very quickly to the scene. Let's have a look from Virtual Eye. Well, we can see that the boat, number 14, is completely on its own, going down the straight. Oh, it's actually in the turn it stopped, so they've gone into the turn too quickly, and it looks like they've barrel rolled the boat to capsize. Quick turnaround then, the restart gets underway. Now Pro Marine have been put back up to the front because the results count back a lap, and as of the last complete lap before the red flags came out, it was actually Pro Marine up front. So that means Extreme Marine, the black boat, have got to do it all again. But I tell you what, they made a decent start here. Rashid Al-Mari and Selim Fidel Al-Hamli, who raced last year as Delma Marine, won the opening round of the championship here in Dubai. They've got the lead of the race once again. Pro Marine second. A little bit further behind then, the other white boat, Lux Media Offshore, on board with them in 3rd place. Mike Seabold behind the wheel, Michel Carcenti on the throttles, they're 3rd. And back up to 4th place, the green boat, number 4, Abu Dhabi Racing. They led at one stage, dropped back to 6th at another, having a pretty good restart here. On board with the 2nd place boat of Pro Marine, they finished 3rd in the opening round of last year's championship and finished 4th in the final standings, but they're coming under attack here by their new team, Lux Media Offshore, who've been very smooth here. Michel Carcenti is on full throttle, and they're about to move up to 2nd place here. And they're in the wake of Extreme Marine, who's not too far ahead, the race-leading boat. So there is the new 2nd place pairing. A look again at the restart from Virtual Eye, and number 19 Pro Marine, having been given the lead back, didn't hold on to it for long. Extreme Marine carrying another 13 or 14 kilometres an hour down into that first mark, and then very quickly Lux Media were on the tracks of Pro Marine, and they quickly snuck through to 2nd place as well. So the top 4 are clear, but some tremendous battles for 5th downwards. Qatar team there steaming ahead of Westerland Racing, and the sort of speed they're carrying, they're probably going to nip ahead of Nicolini Offshore as well, which is just ahead. In fact, I think they have gone through. So Nicolini Offshore dropping a position there in boat number 6. And they've had a slow run down the straight because Westerland are about to get them as well. So it's backwards 1 and forwards 1 for the Swedish team. Rahib, number 17, are back for a 2nd season of XCAT. They were ever improving at the end of 2009. At though, I'm afraid, Rock Racing, the new team from Britain, Richard George and Mark Walker, their race coming to a premature end. Al Kuwain, boat number 9, they also were showing good signs of improvement in 2009. And here's an all-Italian battle for 7th place. The blue and white boat of the Nicolini brothers, Luca and Matteo, running wide there behind them. Servizi Fondiari, who finished 5th in last year's championship there in the white boat. And they're coming under attack from Jefferson, yet another Italian boat. On board now with Jefferson at the tail of this battle. So they're running in 9th position in the championship points. And that mistake from Servizi Fondiari through the apex has cost them down the straight. They lose acceleration, lose momentum, and through then come Jefferson up to 8th place now and on for some championship points. The new championship point scoring system this year mean that only the top 10 will score points in every round of the XCAT. The orange boat of defending champions La Vida Loca and the yellow boat of Carpisa Yamamei, 2 more Italians, but they're outside of the points and battling, I'm afraid, for midfield honours in this opening round here at Dubai. That looks like another retirement. It's boat 69, Cosa Nostra from France, Francois Pinelli and Rossellini Thierry out at 2. Early on have gone boat 15, Decamania. Back with the leaders then, let's have a look at how it's going with Virtual Eye. Now, down to 4th place all of a sudden has gone boat 19, Pro Marine. They've dropped behind Abu Dhabi, but they're about to pick up the pace here. They've got the gap down to just 20 metres, less than that now, as we rejoin with the live pictures. They are side by side, almost rubbing paint as they head down the straight there. Pro Marine, though, have got their noses in front. This is a really good effort from the Americans, given they're racing a boat which is a few years old now, and given the fact that they started down in 8th place. There's the helicopter that's filming the action. We're on board with another helicopter. And just how close is that battle? It's not over yet. About to come onto the final lap of the race, though, the leaders. Mohammed Hareb shows the white flag. 1 lap to go. They're onto the 10th and final circuit here in Dubai, on board with Extreme Marine. And ever since they got the lead, they've never looked back. They look to be on fine form here. They won the opening round last season, then it all went wrong with a crash in round 2. On board with the 2nd place team of Lux Media Offshore. What a turn up for the Bucks this is on their debut in the XCAT. They're about to finish 2nd if they can hold on for another lap. And there is the third place boat, the twin engines of Pro Marine, looking for a podium, looking to start the season exactly how they did in 2009. To the right of the picture there, behind the wheel, Grant Bruggeman on his debut in the XCAT. What a star he's been so far. They're going into the second to last mark now. They've got a clear advantage over Abu Dhabi Racing, who they only overtook a few moments ago. The boat is slowing dramatically all of a sudden. A glance over the shoulder from Gary Ballou. Can you believe it? They're within sight of the finish line of the checkered flag. A consolatory pat there from Grant Bruggeman. They're still third, but not for long. They've run out of steam. And Abu Dhabi Racing Team are about to come through to steal a podium position. They had a fine end to the season last year, fourth in round 3, second in round 4. They're continuing the good form here at round 1 of 2010. They will be third. That's the boat that will finish in second place, Lux Media Offshore. We've had a really, really good run here. But there is no way they're going to catch the leaders at this late stage. About 400 metres clear, the number 11 boat of Extreme Marine, Rashid Al-Mari, the driver, Salem Fadel El Hamli, the throttleman. The United Arab Emirates team are about to win here in Dubai. The first round of the XCATs, the checkered flag goes to them. What a performance by them. And hats off as well to Lux Media Offshore, who come through in second place. It was a dramatic start to the race, it was a dramatic finish, but Extreme Marine come out on top and take the maximum of 20 points for the championship. Lux Media and Abu Dhabi Racing rounding out the podium, and Westerland Racing got back up to 4th place late on, ahead of Qatar team, who finished in 5th, with Jefferson finishing in 6th. Congratulations then to our winning team.
We start number 5 in course, and I try to keep the safe boat from start until first buoy, and we wait until come number 1, maybe 3rd lap, and stop the race. There is some boat accident, and we start race again. My position 2, and I pass the number 19. And I still sit inside number 1 until finish race, and I keep safe race to finish.
So it was an incident-packed race, particularly with the stoppage following Kingfisher's crash. But despite the challenges, the competitors were very positive about the way the organisers and the rescue teams handled the situation.
Procedure was exactly as it was explained during the drivers' meeting. It was very efficient, very well done. The safety was perfect. There's nothing to say about the organisation, but congratulations.
And we'll be back in Dubai for round 2 of the XCAT World Series very soon. Until then, thanks for watching.